The elders say that when the world wants to test a human heart, it removes comfort and watches what remains. This is the story of Nneka, a woman who had almost nothing, yet possessed the one thing that can change destinies: a kind heart. Nneka lived at the edge of a small village where red earth met tall grass. Her hut was old, its roof patched many times with dried leaves and hope. She was a widow, and life had not been gentle with her. Her husband had died during a long sickness. Not long after, hunger visited her home like an unwanted guest and refused to leave. Some days she ate once. Other days, she slept with only water in her stomach. Yet every morning Nneka rose before the sun. She swept her compound carefully, fetched water from the stream, and whispered a quiet prayer, not for riches, but for strength. "Ancestors," she would say softly, "give me enough to see tomorrow." Despite her poverty, Nneka was known in the village for one thing: kindness. If a child cried from hunger, she shared her meal. If a traveler needed water, she offered her calabash. If someone mocked her poverty, she smiled and walked away. Some villagers laughed at her. "How can someone who has nothing still give?" they asked. "She is foolish," others whispered. "Kindness will not fill her pot." Nneka heard these words, but she never allowed them to harden her heart. One evening, during a harsh, dry season, the sun burned fiercely, and the land cracked with thirst. Nneka had just finished cooking her last portion of food, a small bowl of yam porridge. It was all she had until the next market day. As she sat outside her hut, preparing to eat, she heard a weak voice. "Please, water." She stood up quickly and followed the sound. Near the path leading to the forest lay a stranger. His clothes were dusty, his lips dry, his body weak. He looked as though he had walked a long distance under the unforgiving sun. Without hesitation, Nneka ran back into her hut, brought water, and helped him sit up. He drank slowly, breathing deeply. "Thank you," he said. "You have saved my life." Nneka nodded gently. "You are welcome," she replied. "Rest." The stranger looked at the bowl of food beside her. "You are about to eat," he said quietly. "Yes," Nneka answered truthfully. "And yet you gave me water first." Nneka hesitated, then picked up the bowl and placed it in front of him. "Please eat," she said. The stranger stared at her in disbelief. "This is your food," he said. "I can see you have little." Nneka smiled faintly. "A hungry man is more important than a full stomach," she replied. "If I eat and you die, how will my heart rest?" Tears filled the stranger's eyes as he ate slowly, savoring every bite. When night fell, Nneka offered him a mat to sleep on. She lay awake, listening to the crickets, her stomach empty, but her heart peaceful. At midnight, the air around the hut changed. The wind grew still. The night became unusually quiet. Nneka sat up. The stranger stood, glowing faintly, his dusty clothes now clean, his posture upright and powerful. His voice was no longer weak. "Nneka," he called. She trembled but did not run. "I am not an ordinary traveler," he said. "I am a messenger of the ancestors." Nneka bowed low, her heart pounding. "The ancestors have been watching you," he continued. "They saw your suffering. They saw your kindness when you had nothing." He pointed to her clay pot, the old pot she used for cooking. "From this day," he said, "this pot will never run dry. But remember, greed will break the blessing." Before Nneka could speak, the man vanished like smoke in the wind. The night returned to normal. At dawn, Nneka woke unsure if it had all been a dream. She picked up the clay pot. It was heavy. Inside was fresh food, hot, fragrant, enough to feed many. Nneka cried. She shared the food with neighbors. The next day, the pot filled again, and again, and again. But Nneka never sold the food. She never hoarded it. She fed widows, orphans, travelers, and the hungry. Her hut became a place of refuge. Years passed. Nneka grew old, surrounded by gratitude and peace. When she finally joined the ancestors, the village prospered in her name, and the elders ended the story by saying, "A kind heart is a door through which blessings enter." Morale: kindness never returns empty-handed.